Yeah, I just came out of Home Depot. Man, this is something. This is out of control. You know, this whole social distancing thing, man, is ridiculous. Only thing that get me is like the world's been spinning for so many, generations and stuff like that. According to biblical, we thinking about close to 7,000 and stuff like that. I know science will tell you billions and trillions and stuff like that. With all the pandemics, epidemics, or whatever you want to call it, that has occurred throughout, many, you know, generations. Mankind has managed to make it, or due to the Most High's will and stuff like that. Because there's nothing, the Most High created us, everything. I mean, again, I look at these beautiful trees, right? And I know that, oxygen comes from that. I look at the sun. I can see the sun well. And, the beautiful heat that's on my flesh. And, I love this breeze, right? And then to have someone like, I could be walking, like, even when I got on the bus and then I'm getting off and then you go to the, and I understand that the fear is out here. And then it's like, oh, put your mask on. I mean, real talk. People just put your, and I just want to react sometimes, but I have to hold it together. Because, the old me want to be on some like, man, mind your business and shut up, Don't tell me nothing. But at the same time, I get it because they put the fear in us. I mean, I'm not stressing none of this, Yes, I wear scarves. I don't be doing that. And the only time I pick the scarf is when it's a business that doesn't allow me to walk in there. Other than that, I'm not stressing none of this. Because I know I'm good, I know I'm healthy, I know I've been healed already. I know where my faith lies at. My faith is in the Most High, Yahuwah Elohim, the living creator of all things, sun and moon, stars, heaven and earth, man, animal creature, and thing above all Elohim. Hallelujah. To the Yahuwah Elohim Bashamayim. So, a lot of people talk a good one, but a lot of people out here, and it's sad because we were all created by the Most High, not by man. But man is out here basically, even with the churches, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, I believe in the Most High, the Elohim, the God of the Bible, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I don't know about all of that Christianity stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you're trying to say with the Jesus thing, but ain't no power with that. And, because I've battled demons in the blood of Yahusha. I got healed from all type of sicknesses, from drug addiction, from sicknesses I caught in jail, from Mexicans, respiratory sicknesses. The Most High healed me, like it says in the scriptures. He's a physician, he's a healer. You just got to believe in him, have faith. You got to, seek him, fast, pray, meditate. You can't just talk it. I mean, a lot of people on Facebook talking a good one. Oh, I pray for you. I pray. Yo, I'm going to tell y'all right now, ain't nobody hearing nothing you're talking about. Especially if you're not living the way that the Most High's live, because there's ways that we're supposed to be moving. You know what I'm saying? You can't be out here jumping around, doing all type of wild stuff, and then expect the Most High to be with you and stuff like that. A lot of times your God is Satan, and you don't even realize it. And it's not me trying to play you. It's the character and stuff like that. If you, I tell any person that think they believe in God, look at who you are in the mirror and then read the Bible and look at the characters that the Most High is not feeling. Because he's telling you right now who's not going to make it. It's all in there. So if you fit the character that he's not digging, that lets you know that you're on the other side of the fence and stuff like that. That's all it is. I mean, truth is truth, false is false. Don't get mad at me and stuff like that. As for this whole epidemic or whatever you want to call it, we've been living, it's funny how they say the population doubled, I think, around like after World War II. So we like 7 billion. That's like the most, as from my understanding, the most, people who's been on this planet for, since, I guess you could say the beginning of time, because before everything got established over here in the West, in America, and, South America and everything, even though you had the Native Americans over here, the indigenous people and all of that, most of the people on the planet, most of the population was on the other side of the world, Africa, Asia, Europe, and stuff like that. And so the populations wasn't even that big, So I'm like, if we're doing that much damage, the AIDS been out for so long, drugs been out, guns, missiles, bombs, America done killed, World War II killed freaking, like 50, 60, in between 50 to like 80 million people within like a 10-year span and stuff like that. this thing that just hit New York and hit all throughout the country, it took some, first of all, I know a lot of them numbers is doctored, all right? I don't care what you tell me. You could call me a conspiracy theorist. I know the facts when it comes down to it, because they'll talk about how they did the Tuskegee experiment and they was injecting people with sicknesses. HIV was created in the lab, and smallpox, what they did with the Native Americans. So you're not going to sit here and make me feel like this thing ain't made and stuff like that. Just like that whole situation with Ebola and stuff like that. Why the hell has America got Ebola patented in the lab? What, because they're testing on it? They've been trying to depopulate Africa for the longest. Straight up and down. It ain't about being racial, but there is enemies out here. And I'm not saying all white people are enemies with black people. I'm not saying all black people are enemies with white people. But if you want to go on some real stuff, that's the way this world's been. And everything in between and stuff like that. So you got these people that purposely putting out this program for us to follow like sheeple, because now, since they were successful with this, so now what they're going to do, they're going to be able to push the limit, and next time is going to be something even more, it's going to be more, severe. It's going to be like, okay, now you got to put your mask on, or you can't come out your house, or you're going to have to take this needle, or you can't do this, or you can't do that, and it's going to be total control, total takeover, and a lot of people don't even see that. And this is not how life was intended to be. Let alone even this whole civil. People want to. I've had people say like, "This is not civil. This is not civilized." Just to let you know, this whole Western. We was not born in this world for all of this concrete and all of these buildings and airplanes and jets and cars and guns and no, that's not how the world was meant to be. Everything was supposed to be natural with nature, with the trees, the birds, the bees. Eating straight from the ground, as far as the plants, the fruits, the vegetables, all of that. Even if you was going to have an animal, a clean animal, today everything is effed up. I don't care, it ain't about being racial, but no, Western civilization destroyed this world. Over the past 150 years, Europe has done way more damage than any other nation on the planet. The ocean is filthy. The water's green. There's chemicals in the water. There's GMO food everywhere. There's pollution in the air. People can't be cancer. Well, nobody was talking about cancer 200 years ago and stuff like that. HIV or homosexuality. Okay, that's been going on. I mean, I know the Greeks was huge with that. I'm not gonna just blame the Greeks with that because we could go into Sodom and Gomorrah and stuff like that. But everything that's going on in this world is all doctored, this program, because what they're doing is they're leading us to the slaughter. They're basically herding us into a particular direction where they want us to go. And they got the whole world in the palm of their hand. So I would advise my people that are called by the name of Elohim, Yahuwah, to wake up and just make some power moves and get together and do something. And if it don't work out like that, listen, I'm good being dolo, because I'm going to make it work anyway, because I know my faith is in the Most High Elohim, like as it is written, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I am more than a conqueror. By Yahushua's stripes I'm cleansed, by Yahushua's blood I am healed. I was once in darkness, but now I am light in Yahuwah, walking as a child of light. I shall not die but live and declare the works of Yahuwah. But I don't like this. I don't like, but it is what it is, and this is the signs of the times anyway. We definitely living in. Some would say the New Ages. We call it the Age of Aquarius. We definitely in that end time. It's not that it's the end of days. People like the world is going to explode or something like that. We're just going into a whole new Luciferian system. It's always been satanic, but we are like, it's going to get bad out here. I would hope my people that I grew up with, my family, my sisters and brothers, my sister and my brother, and the rest of my friends who hear this would not think that I'm crazy, because whatever I am saying, you're gonna see it eventually. You're gonna see when things really get out of hand. Funny thing is, just if you look at my posts from like 3-4 years ago, I've been talking about all of this stuff like, yo, New World Order, things is about to get bad out here, and look, everything's happening. I'm not saying it like I'm some prophetic person. I mean, I read books and I just believe in the Most High and stuff like that. And I read the scriptures and I'm learning from my elders and they're letting me know what's going on as well. And I also, I've grown to have a relationship with the Most High compared to what I've ever did in my life. 15 years ago, I could talk about God like you, but I ain't never had no experience. I can say it, and it ain't me boasting or nothing like that. I've had a major experience with the Most High Elohim. I'm not no lucky rabbit's foot type thing where it's like, oh, I just ran into $50. Oh, God is good and stuff like that. No, I'm talking about straight up and down the Most High dealing with you, talking to you, healing you. Visit, oh, man, if I told y'all some things, y'all would think I'm crazy until I had to show you in the scriptures. Because again, most of y'all go to church on Sunday and barely pay attention, and let alone most of them pastors don't know nothing anyway. They're not even talking. Most of them are Freemasons. They're not even talking about nothing. So, anyhow, like I said, this whole epidemic thing, I don't believe it. I think it's something going on. I mean, you got people dying. I mean, just look at the numbers last year. And I need to go look at that. How many people died from the flu last year? How many people died from any regular illness last year? And then today, how many paperwork that they doctored up where somebody could have died from food poisoning? And they just, because remember, these people can just do that. And I mean, like, you're not there. You're not in the office. You're not sitting there when people are filling out paperwork. You mean to tell me, yo, America's not honest. Straight jacket, like they're not honest. The West is not, England is not honest. They barely could say, and when it comes down to anything historical, they barely could bring up slavery as far as, when they talk about, oh, America was built by the forefathers, and I'm like, wait a minute, so I guess nobody worked for free here. Nobody actually, when you guys was raping and feeding babies to alligators and stuff like that, no, none of that just didn't exist. Every time I turn around, America's so great. My forefathers built this nation. Your forefathers sat on your ass and ain't do nothing but hold a gun. Come on, and this is not against the white man. So please don't sit there, because I got a lot of white people that I do got love for. So this is just being real with this. Because I could talk about a lot of ignorant stuff black people do too. All right, I don't pull no punches. I'm talking about everybody. The Chinese with this whole situation going on, the whites, the blacks, everybody's stupid. How about that? Now y'all comfortable? Everybody's stupid. Come on, man, for real. This is gonna, and I know this ain't gonna change nothing because I'm just one person and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that I can make the whole. But I'm just saying we all gotta come to some understanding and make. Because what they're doing is, it's more of us than them. But what they're doing is dividing us like worse than a pizza pie. They got us divided like we couldn't even do nothing if they wanted to. If they wanted to start kicking in doors like Hitler and throwing you in freaking, you know, how they was doing the Jews and stuff like that. It ain't, you know, nothing you could do about it because you ain't got no support. You ain't got no community support. You ain't got nobody backing out, no ratchets on them. Like, yo, back up, and stuff like that. It's more of us than them. No matter what they got, the military is still more of us than them. But at the end of the day, these people were masterful at what they did. They did a test run and everybody fell for it. I be seeing thugs out here that I thought wasn't even scared to die. They got masks on. Dudes running around selling dope with tattooed teardrops and red bandanas and blue bandanas, gangbanging with masks on. And I'm not even talking about the gang masks. I'm talking about nigga, your man have like a red bandana on his neck and a doctor mask on his face. I'm like, what type of BS? I thought you know, like I thought, I remember brothers was up. Yo, man, I don't care. I don't care. I couldn't stand nice to hear that all the time. I don't give a F. I don't give a F. You know, we, you know, man, there's a lot of hypocrisy amongst the culture, amongst the people, you know, and there's a lot of and truth be told, this is not how we're supposed to be living. And again, I'm guilty too. That's the reason why I thank the Most High that I don't live like that no more. I've been a part of the problem for a very long time. I've admitted, I put my stuff on Facebook. I let it be known. I was a dope dealer for many years. I had a 20-year career and stuff like that. I did a lot of foul stuff in the street. I've hurt a lot of people. I've hurt myself. I've hurt my family. And I repented of all of that. And repentance means turned away completely. I'm not a part of none of that. I'm not involved with none of that BS that I used to be involved with and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's not beneficial. I've seen people get money and die and leave their money behind. And then the thing is, where are they now? Because my thing is, you know, what legacy do you leave behind? And it's not just about your children, because you could have children, you could have money, and you could still be a bastard and die and stuff like that. I'm talking about literally, like, when you die, what is your claim to fame when you stand before the Most High? Is it going to be like, okay, I sold dope, and then I said, or I was a player, I smashed mad girls, or I was a rapper, I was a singer. Okay, but what did you do to help people and stuff like that? And it ain't, because a lot of people, and it ain't, and the thing, what I learned is just like the scripture says, faith without works is dead, but it's not just about faith and stuff like that. I mean, it's not about just works. So you can't just donate something and think you feed people, but you're still an a-hole inside. Because at the end of the day, you still have to build a relationship with the Most High. And it's not according to that way that the Christians teach. Whatever you think, if it was John 3:16, then you might as well just like literally take that verse out and put the whole Bible in the garbage. And because the book is mad big, it's 66 books plus. It's like another like 200-300 books missing. So when I talk to people and they talk about, oh, I know the Bible, I know God, I'm like, you don't even live like that. You're not even living like that. You talking about you know God, you don't even you living foul. You bugging, straight up, you bugging. You don't even realize how lost you are, and you think you know it. When if you read what the Messiah said, a lot more people are gonna die than make it. Just understand that. That's in the scriptures. A lot more people. When he said the two different paths. He said you got the straight way and the narrow, and the narrow way is the way to salvation, and wide way is the road to destruction. And many people are gonna go down that road to destruction. Yes. A lot of you that think you calling on Jesus, a lot of you thinking that you saved, but you out here doing BS, and then if you don't get your stuff together now, you done. You gonna really hurt yourself. All right, y'all. Let me get on. I gotta go do what I gotta do. I gotta go handle some things in the house. Peace, peace, be still, shalom, shalom. And this is not to y'all to try to talk junk to make anybody feel bad. It's just to basically let it be known, like, yo, open up our eyes, man, because society is a lie, everything's a lie, history is a lie. There's a lot of stuff they're lying about, and this is because at the end of the day, this world is governed by the spirit of Satan, and that's what it says in the Bible. So if you do believe in the Bible, you believe in God, it says the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. Paul said the world was blinded. People that don't believe, they're blinded by the God of this world. And he's talking about Satan, Lucifer. All right, peace, y'all. Shalom.